Hi guys, so I had good luck uploading things this morning. I'm hoping that stays, and we'll see. So thank you guys for your concern and for chatting with me and all those great things that's happened the last couple days here. But right now, you know, I was going through, I had mentioned that HSN is back to the 30-day return policy. Sorry, my husband got back from his ride, and of course, because that's what happens when I start making a video. So the return policy has gone back to the 30-day return. Somebody said they tried to return something from June and it was returned back to her. So I don't know when this policy went back to the 30 days. I don't think it was in June though. But anyway, one of the things that's on my list, or that, you know, I have to think about, is the Anna Griffin Fantastic Flip cards. Now, just so you know, I normally don't return things anywhere, much less HSN, but sometimes I do. It just depends. But I just wanted to go over and just make sure, because I know I did have some duplicates, like, okay, I picked this up from Craft Stash, but on HSN it was however, so those kind of things. So I just want to make sure I don't have any other duplicates that I need to change out. So if I have any affiliate links for these things, they will be in the description box. Again, affiliate links means that I will make a small commission if you make purchases through those links. This is still available there on HSN. I don't know where it might else be available. I haven't looked into that. But this is the Fantastic Flip set, and I had the original one, and it came in a box, and it had a bunch of other like blanks with it, and I never used it. But I don't even know if I got it on HSN or if I was such a crazy person that I looked for on eBay, because we were always collecting Anna Griffin's like boxes and dies and all that. So I might have even paid extra for it. But that one made a smaller card. So this one, you're definitely going to need a bigger opening. I don't even know that this will go through the Gemini, but we'll talk about that in a minute. I don't want to pull out my Anna Griffin plates, the larger one, so I'm going to put it through the Empress, but I'm going to do 2 passes to cover both sides of this die. But again, it is a larger die. And then I was, you know, I go through all the different Spellbinders kits for this month. We've done different projects and things, and they are having a sale, 10% off basically if you join a subscription, newly join a subscription. And I'll have that information or that link and the discount code in the description box if you're looking into get into the subscription. And then on top of that, they have their past club kits clearance going on now, but only if you're a member can you get into that clearance. They do have some on sale, but they're even more discounted when you go into your cart, so for the club members. So I'll have that information. I've already talked about it enough in other videos, but if you're interested, I'll have links obviously in the description box. So this is the July 2020 card making kit, and it's called Vintage Mementos. And what's funny, I thought in my mind when I saw that I needed to work on that Fantastic Flip, I'm like, oh, this might be a good time to use this kit a little bit differently. And this kit didn't have as many dies as the kits normally have, so I figured this would be a good one to use it a different way. So I'm going to use the Fantastic Flip dies with the stuff that's in here. So I hope that makes sense. Again, it always comes with tons of die cuts. We'll go through these because we're going to need them in a minute. It has a cute little stamp set here. You know, I don't even know if I'm going to use it today, but I might. The papers, of course, we're going to use. Let me go through this. This looks so pretty. And a lot of times, they'll let you add on things to your club kit. And I probably should have looked at this because I would have added on another paper pad. This is really pretty paper. Again, it's Vintage Mementos. And I usually start from the back and go forward. Oh, look at that. It looks like my flooring. Kind of. My flooring's not this crazy, but it just reminds me of that. The little keys. It is getting hot. Music notes. Cute kind of floral pattern, even though it's kind of muted. The little birds. I love it. I don't want to spend too much time going through it because I already know it's going to take a while to make the card. But really pretty paper. I mean, you get the gist here. Ooh, look at this one with the peacocks and the... I love it. The feathers. Peacock feathers. This is so pretty. Yeah, I definitely... would have added on another one, but I just didn't edit my subscription at all this month. I just let it go. But if you go in there, you can add on things. Okay, so it always comes with dimensional adhesive and a roll of adhesive. So this is something they give you every month in the kits. This one has some cute little sequins and different colors. And these are the dies. So again, there's like a frame die that you can cut out. You can cut the frame in the middle to make it a frame. You can cut that as a topper. This probably cuts out one of the sentiments because that's... otherwise, I don't know what that would be for. And then the cute little like kind of border. So yeah, I must cut out one of the words from the stamp set. Let's see. I'm assuming it's going to be a little bird told me, I have a feeling. I can't tell. But maybe it's the thinking of you. Yes, it's the thinking of you. So it cuts this one out. So that's really sweet. I always like stuff like that that cuts out sentiments. we have these thick kind of chipboard pieces. Not quite chipboard, but not super thin. Really pretty. And I like this because these cards, I thought that was kind of interesting. They usually give you other, you know, all these different kinds of things. So this one came with these little card pieces that I think would be really lovely toppers for a card, just to make a quick card. You know, you put this as your focal point, tuck some things behind it, put something on top, and you have a quick card. I think those are pretty cute. So, again, you can put them in your, like, quick making scrapbook things. These are like little chipboard photograph, like a Polaroid and then just like a frame. Card bases. And then here I have the papers, again, that gold paper that I love so much. And you can buy this stuff separately. I picked up quite a few packs recently. Just like a nice light pink. It's kind of like a bluish, what? It might be white. It looks like it has a, no, maybe it's white. It looks like a little hue to it. Really pale kind of seafoam color, a deeper pink, your purple, and burgundy, and blue. So what I do need to do to begin is make the card base, and then we'll just come up with everything else as we go. As the usual, right? Let me put these things back in here. Let me get this out of the way. I'm already getting really hot, so this is gonna be a fun one. I should clean this up. So this is from earlier today. I was testing out things. I did want to say about the Jane Davenport pen. I put water on it to see if it would smear. It did smear, but not that much. If you have a fountain pen and you put water on the ink, it is just going to spread because it's old school ink. Like, so I'm kind of interested. I thought about that later. I was like, you know what? Actually, that is different because normally your fountain pen ink, that's what they were famous for. Is like you could wet a check and then the words go away, or back in the day or whatever. So like, yeah. So it's pretty good ink, but it does have a little bit of smearing there, or if you add water. Okay, so card is super basic. It's not hard to do. We're just gonna cut it out. I know whenever Anna demoed it, she always has the things already like scored. The score marks aren't here, but I know a lot of times with a die, sometimes the score marks don't work that well. So I thought it was kind of interesting. She'd always switch it out and then have one that's already like folded. So I'm like, no, let's see that. So let's see how the size of paper we need. This goes all the way straight to 11 inches. I would say, ooh, yeah. So you probably, if you had an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, I don't know that, I mean, it would have to be right on the edge of that paper. So you better look at it really closely. Otherwise, you probably need a 12 by 12 piece of paper. You know, obviously, you're gonna cut it down, but 7 by 12. So I'm gonna cut a 7 by 12 piece of paper that isn't gonna be double-sided, I don't think, because I don't really have double-sided paper that isn't already Anna Griffin or something. So, and that might coordinate with that. So I'm just gonna do like some kind of, I don't know what color paper, but I will be right back with some paper that we can run this through and then start building our card. Paper here that's 7.5-ish by 12. And I was gonna do a black card base. I think that'd be really regal and pretty, but then I saw this craft cardstock that I hardly ever use that's 12 by 12, and I thought, I'll use that. So, you know, I think with black it would be really, really striking. Again, let me just look at this really quickly. This is not going to go through your Gemini Junior. Obviously, it'll go through a Gemini, just not a Gemini Junior. So I'm going to take this. This might not actually take as long as I thought. We will see. Let's put this on here. I'm going to tape it very well because we're going to run it through twice and we don't want it to shift. And maybe I'll even do the embossing since this is just brown paper. And I don't want to put too much of this, but just enough so it doesn't move at all. And let's turn this thing on. And I hear some kind of destruction upstairs. Let's see here. Oh, this thing has curled on me real badly. It still works, obviously, but I don't know why. I just went to get it and it was super curled. I was like, okay, odd. So I always stick it to this thing. And maybe that's not the best thing to happen, but that's what it is. All right, let me see something. I don't know if I should do it this way. No, we're gonna do it this way a couple times. And I never cut into my magnetic mat, so I'm not sure why I put that there, but let's put this here. I'm gonna put it up as far as I can so we can only have to do 2 passes. If you have it kind of out, then you have to do another pass and another. Try to get as much as you can the first time. Like, that's how I do it. And then we'll see what happens the second time around. And it's only going to cut where there's a full sandwich. So you see that this is smaller than the plates. So this area is not really going to cut until the second pass. But that doesn't really matter. We're just going to... And you have your large plates, which I do. And I'm just too, I don't know, chintzy or I forget to get them. I just don't care to have to go get them. I was like, go and do that again. I thought it was like not wanting to take it just like yesterday when I was trying to do the embossing folders. Okay. So never fear if you only have the basic, this you can use for something else. So keep that. And hopefully you can see on the back that it's mostly cut, but not quite, obviously. So I don't really like double cutting, so I try to see where is the last part that it cut and really try to get that on there. Just to avoid possibly it having shifted and then you cut that same area twice and it might be jagged or something like that. So I always try to do the least amount. Oh, there goes. Okay, I'll be back. That was odd. It was a neighbor in his own car. Okay. Oh, I said I would... I was just thinking I said that I would emboss it. Okay, fine. Let's do it. I don't really want to pass this back through with embossing, but I said I would, so we're going to do it. You can also ink emboss, like just put ink, you know, through that space. I just don't want this to move and then have an oopsies. But we'll just put this on here. And hopefully it won't move. We'll see what happens. Yeah. So this we don't have to do the whole thing. It's just this side and then the other end, because that's the only embossing on there. I'd probably reverse it too, but I'm not a fan of pressing reverse. So yeah, I can see that's really nice. It didn't move. I actually pushed it right back into its space. And then this side I'm going to turn it and make sure that that is safely tucked in the cutting lines. This one looks like it's a little bit problematic. No. Where's the cut lines? Okay, I suppose that's it. Put that on there nice and securely. And put this, and let's go. Only because the paper's brown and who knows if I have anything else to matte with, so it'd be nice to have that little bit of embossing. Aww. Let's get this off. So that was like, what is this? It's because, hello, I put a lot of tape on purpose. Alright. And again, Anna will cut right into her magnetic mat, and you won't catch me doing that. I think I've done it once or twice just because that's what she recommended, but it's not something I like to do. Ah! I left a little piece of tape there, so I'm going to leave it alone for now. Now let's take a look at this. This is what I was saying. This is the part where she was like, oh, okay, it's already done for her. Again, it's not hard. This is super basic. The instructions are here, and you're just going to fold it over and then back on itself, right? So over, and there are score marks. There's several kind of repeated score marks because of the way we had to emboss, but that's fine. There, right? So fold this one over. There's two lines, so fold it over right on that basic, you know, midline, I guess, and then back on itself like this. And I'm going to tuck it as close to here before I really bone fold it, I guess. I'm going to use my fingers. I just moved it back this way. And then this guy on this side should just fold over. Again, I don't know if you can see, there's like two lines from the die and from the score mark. So as I fold it, I'm not being real hard on it. I'm just going to fold it until it gets to where I think it should be, which is basically touching the other flap. Not too far over. Oh my goodness, this guy. Okay, I'm going to bone fold this and I'll be back. Oh, no, okay, there we go. What's funny is they're having their house for sale, and they barely went up yesterday. They didn't even have a sign out, and tons of people came to look. So my husband's like, well, that's a good thing, which is fine. But they had people just right now, literally 5 minutes ago, looking at the house, and he's already back, and I don't know what's up with his car. Okay, and then after that, it says decorate. Basically, that's all this instruction is literally just for this part. And then she says, you know, decorate as you want. So I'm going to go through the paper pack and pick out some papers that I think are pretty. And then we'll start. Just building it up. You want something on this side. When you pull it open, the flip, right? You want something on this side, and then she has a larger die for the middle. So let me figure that part out, and we'll put it together. Okay, this guy's alarm keeps going off, so I'm sorry if it goes off again. I don't know. And he's out there. I don't know what he's doing, so there must be some kind of issues. So this is really big. So these are 6x6 pieces of paper, right? So to make it work, I have to angle it. And this one would be okay too, but I really like these little birds, and I think they're really lovely. So I think they're going to be okay, because if I cut it like this and it's like this, you know, this guy's kind of facing up, but they're birds. Birds do whatever, right? So I thought that's gonna be cute. And then we're gonna have to layer up some stuff. So I grabbed a piece of the burgundy paper. I'm gonna trim this down a little bit. I hope I don't do this incorrectly. So a piece of that burgundy paper from the kit. I'm going to cut this out with the different, you know, sizes that we have here. So I'm gonna go with the larger one for this one. And then that's gonna nestle in here. And then I need another topper piece on that guy, so that I'm gonna pick another piece of, I was saying maybe I can do the birds again, but I don't want to do the birds again. So let's think. So we have that, and we swivel it out, and then the birds will be there. So pretty with the peacock feathers, but that's just, I think that's different. I love that. I love, oh, these are also pretty. I'm just trying to think of how, oh, this one's good, because it brings in the blue and it kind of echoes the flowers. So I'll do this one with the next smallest, you know. And I did want to mention that this guy is exactly the same size as this guy. And, you know, you can use it for something else. Or even if it was double-sided paper that you cut this from, then you can probably flip this one whoop, and put it here, or however, to make it different, right? So that's a good one to have. So right now I'm cutting out the big guy. So he goes in the centerpiece, which is kind of odd, but that's what she included. And then I'm going to cut out these two. Just roll them through, and I'll probably even roll these through my marquee, because there really is no reason to run them through this other thing. And I'll be right back. So I cut those down. Okay, again, distress, ink them up. You know, this would be a good card for that because it's very basic, the card, but a lot of times I like to keep things kind of clean when it's something like this. But this is going to stay flat. The reason she has this is because, like, let's say this is pattern paper, and you want to leave a little note for your friend, you can write in here. So you can just leave this blank, to be honest. You can write your note. But if this was pattern paper, you would have this piece that you would then use like this, right? So, okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, this thing reminds me of something with wings, right? Look at this. Okay, so we'll just put that back there. And yeah, this doesn't go over it. So it's its own thing, and it's just gonna sit there. And again, use it or don't use it. But the reason it's there is that you can write your little message and actually have a place to actually write something, which is a novel idea for a lot of cards, right? A lot of times we make cards that are like impossible to write in. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this little guy here. Boop. And this is gonna be here, and this comes over here, and then we cut our pieces out. So let's get those. I don't know if I want to keep it flat, because this is, you know, kind of layering white paper. This is more like cardstock, so I could pop it up, but I don't know if, I guess I will. I'll pop it up, but there really isn't that much reason to. You can pop up the whole thing, starting from the burgundy layer, right? So that pops up with the dimension, because you know we love our dimension. All right, so I'm gonna put this here. Oh, I think I have a little sneezer. Yep, I sure did. All right. So I hope you guys are all doing well. You know, there's so many news reports of the way people are experiencing like COVID, and maybe they don't know that they have it. But my husband's work, I know one of the guys that came back said that he just had a bad, like, pounding headache for 9 days straight. Can you imagine? Like, nothing was helping it. And then I guess stomach problems. And now a lot of people are saying the same thing, so it's kind of interesting. There are a lot of reports with the same kind of stuff. It's just, I mean, obviously there's worse things but that happen with it. But that's, ugh, I hate having headaches, especially for that long. Can you imagine? All right, gorgeous. Love it. Okay, so she also has this other piece here, and what's funny, on her demo from when I had bought this, I don't know if she did, demoed it again this recently on Craft Day. There's this piece right here. See this little thing? And it is this die right here. And maybe I'll use it because it looks cute. I want to try it out. But she kept saying that it's supposed to be a pull. It's supposed to pull the, this side. She said the point of it was to have it here so that people know to open it and then to pull it. But every demo she had, every demo item, they were on this side. And she's like, okay, no, I'll find one that has it in the right place, she says. And look at these pictures. All the pictures have the pull on the inside. So I think it's kind of funny that she's like, no, this is... So maybe that's how she designed it, but that's not how people interpreted it. But it's this piece right here. And then you also have these other fun pieces. Like I can tell on this one, she used the circle to do that. So I'll cut one out just because. And we'll cut it out in the burgundy, since I have some extra burgundy left here. And I'll do it real quick. I didn't think, you know what, I thought this video was going to take a long time, and I mean, I just feel like it hasn't taken that long. Maybe it is, but let me just roll this through real quick. Oopsie. There goes my baby. All right, let's put this here. I am sweating bullets. I do not like humidity. I'm telling you, I woke up and it was 90% humidity and it was only 62 degrees. And I'm like, in what world is that okay? It would be nice and chilly and gorgeous, but no. The humidity has to kick in. All right, here we go. So that cut out really nicely and pretty quickly. Again, so she was saying that you're supposed to put it on this side. And then that's the other thing is like, how, Anna? Please tell me how you're supposed to put it on this side. Unless it's like this, and then the piece, you know what I'm saying? This doesn't make a lot of sense. So that's why I think most of the people that made their demos were putting it on this side. It looks nicer there. But at the same time, you know, it doesn't really mean anything. So I'm going to stick it on here. I'll put some glue on the back of my hand like I do, and I'll stick it down if that's okay with you guys. I'll probably do it off camera. But just stick it on there. And now I'm going to go through my my little die cuts and things like that, and we'll dress it up, and then that's it, you guys. You know, there's so many things here. I'm like, I don't know what to do, because I kind of like, oh wait, I was gonna say I kind of like this bird cage, because I never hardly use these, but this one is gonna do it. Let's see, I hardly ever use these big stickers. Wow, let's put this down. Yep. Okay, hold on, we gotta make sure that the thing will open. That if I stick this here, will this pass through okay? Nope, see? I gotta move over just a little bit more. I'm gonna have to destroy this. We have to clear that area, so it's gonna have to be somewhere like here. Okay. That's good enough. I think it'll clear it. If it doesn't, oh well, I stuck it down already. Oh well, too bad. Too late now. That is really big, so I was expecting to maybe be able to cut out like a little sentiment. I was gonna do the thinking of you, but of course, you know, decorate however you like. There's tons of things in here that we can still kind of tuck behind maybe, or here and there. I'm gonna have to flatten this out probably after the glue dries, because I just left it sitting there. But really quick, pretty easy. That's, you know, a lot of times, sometimes the cards are really fussy and so there's a lot to do, but this was, I think it worked out pretty quick. So thanks for watching, guys. I know I didn't get a little sentiment on here. Maybe we can put it down here or on the inside. I don't know. But thanks for watching, and I'll have links there for you guys. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now. Before I go, I was taking pictures, and I totally forgot to mention, you can obviously do the same thing and put a little mat on this back piece too. So it doesn't have to, I mean, there's a lot going on here, but anyway, I just wanted to mention that. And also I just wanted to point out, like on this side you have the emboss, and this side you have the deboss because of the way it is. I don't know that you could flip it and then run it through for the embossing. You know what I'm saying? If you wanted them both to be embossed. So that's something I think you can. Hold on, I'm like, let me see. If it was this way, right, when you cut it out, if you flipped it this way, yeah, I don't think it's gonna be cut any different. Like if you were to emboss it, yeah, because it's still up and down. It's not like you switched, you know, the sides this way, because then of course it's gonna cut different way. All you did was flip it. So yeah, you could definitely flip it and then run it through and emboss it that way. So just keep an eye on that. Remember that if it is something that you're interested in getting, and if that bothers you, right? So, all right, guys, I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.